In the view of most Americans, a college education has now taken on the importance that a high school education had in the past and has necessary ingredient for a good job and comfortable lifestyle. This value is shared even more widely among African American and Hispanic parents. This is not to say, however, that Americans believe a college education guarantees success or that a lack of a college education condemns people to failure. For example, 67% say that there are still many ways to succeed in today's work world without a college education. The majority of Americans feel that colleges and universities do a reasonably good job, especially compared to public high schools. But the opinion is divided on whether a higher education is worth the prices that are charged. Americans are especially divided about the value of college when a price tag is mentioned. 47% say that the person gets enough out of college education to justify spending $7,000 to $18,000 a year for it, as compared to 40% who think the expense is not justified. Most Americans, especially parents, are concerned about the price of higher education, although they know very little about the details. They feel that rising prices threaten to make higher education inaccessible to many people. Although public concern is high about how much it costs to attend college, people know little about actual amounts. Only 16% correctly understand that state colleges get more support from state government than from student fees and tuition. 52% say that they just don't know enough to answer the questions. Despite all of the anxiety, Americans seem confident that those who are sufficiently qualified and motivated are currently able to go to college. Parents of high school students are optimistic that their children will be able to get a higher education. There is a public support for government role in making college affordable, but the public does not think that this area should be a major priority for government attention. But the public is evenly divided on whether the government has a responsibility to make sure every person gets a college education, even if he or she cannot afford it, with 48% saying government has a responsibility and 40% saying that it does not. And compared to other issues such as healthcare, the environment, or K-12 education, the public assigns a low priority to higher education affordability. The public supports financial aid programs generally and gives most support to tax breaks and work study. Although the public has not thought through the complexities of higher education and financing, Americans are opposed to approaches that reduce access either by raising tuition or admitting fewer students. They are more sympathetic to approaches that emphasize greater contributions from the state or savings by colleges themselves. Americans feel that colleges need to do a better job of holding down the cost of higher education. Higher education improves an individual's quality of life. Studies show that compared to high school graduates, college graduates have longer lifespans, better access to health care, better dietary and health practices, greater economic stability and security, more prestigious employment, and greater job satisfaction, less dependency on government assistance, greater knowledge of government, greater community service and leadership, more volunteer work, more self-confidence, and less criminal activity and incarceration. In addition, college graduates supposedly have greater use of seatbelts, more continuing education, greater internet access, greater attendance at live performances, greater participation in leisure and artistic activities, more book purchases, and higher voting rates. Given that we have a basic definition of higher education, why do we need it? According to many sources I've studied, higher education offers graduates more jobs to choose from than are open to those who don't pursue education beyond high school, and graduates typically earn more than non-graduates. Specifically, the U.S. Census Bureau reported in 2004 that on average, college graduates earn $54,704, significantly more than the $30,056 earned annually by someone with a high school diploma, or the $22,100 earned by a high school dropout. Another way to look at these numbers is that according to the Post-Secondary Education Opportunity Research Letter, PEORL, the lifetime income of families headed by individuals with a bachelor's degree will be about 1.6 million more than incomes of families headed by those with a high school diploma. The PEORL goes on to state that every dollar spent on a college education produces $34.85 increased lifetime income. Not a bad return on an investment. How higher education is important to me is when I graduate from school, I can take the things that I have learned into everyday life. I also want to be able to support myself with having a good job that I can get.